Welcome back to Retro Riot, everybody, and coming up next is a match that never thought that we would see, the implosion of Hydra. All four men already in the ring, and as you can see, no unity here tonight. Here we go. And, well, seems like there's some split differences here. I mean, all four obviously upset at each other for their recent losing streak. As you can see, you know, I guess right now, as of right now, former tag partners going at it, and Storm and Alucard alongside Thunder and Void. But as an honorary member of Hydra, I really hate to see this, but I mean, Green Void kind of brought it upon himself. I mean, you remember it was back, he's back at, I believe it was Retaliation. He got his revenge over Aaron Miles after being pinned by him at Beach Brawl. And after he beat him, he said some words calling out his boys, or calling out Hydra, and, you know, basically said that they weren't living up to their end of the bargain, and he was the only one doing so, despite, you know, the recent way things were going. And I mean, I guess you could kind of make a point. Hydra lost to Guys Being Dudes earlier in the show, and even at Beach Brawl, they had 3 chances in the Phoenix Cup qualifier. All 3, Void, Alucard, Storm, lost. Thunder even lost his damn nickname to Max Height. So it hasn't been, you know, peaches and rainbows and sunshines for Hydra. And after Void was pinned by Kenji in the number contendership match, I think Thunder and Danny Storm took exception to his words and, you know, pretty much said that maybe you're the problem, buddy, because you're not doing any better. And although Thunder did lose the Titan for the TV title, seems like the battle lines have been drawn between these 4 men, at least here tonight. Alucard siding with Void. Alucard, the only original member of Hydra, way back when they were called the Unchained Union, and a little inside baseball for you. And seems like Storm is siding with Thunder, who, like I said, was the one who kind of stepped up and took exception to what Void had to say and what Void did. So I guess this disagreement here, they're just going to do what we do best here at RWR and just settle it in the ring. And even in doing so, I mean, I'm surprised they're teams drawn at all. I mean, how, you know, it wasn't a 4-way, and how deep it was, this disagreement. I mean, can they just fight it out of each other, or is this the end of Hydra as we know it? I guess that remains to be seen, but I guess during this we'll find out maybe whose side was right. I don't know. I mean, despite the losing streaks, 2 of the 4 members of Hydra are going to pick up a win tonight, at least guaranteed. Especially the Tornado rules, no count out, no DQs as far as I know. I think Red Shoe's going to let it happen. There must be a winner. So 2 of the 4 are going to maybe end their schneid, although I wouldn't really call Void on one, but he did lose, you know, 2 major matches in the span of 3 shows. As the 4 heads of the Hydra all snap at each other and try to bite each other's necks off. That's how bad it has gotten here. Like the former, as of right now, tag partners on the ramp taking each other out. Meanwhile, Boyd and Thunder just going at it in the ring. As we unfortunately kick off the second half of Retro Riot. Still no arena, by the way. Thank you, Gabe. Oh, Thunder Driver in the center of the ring. Hold on the cover. No, but Alucard busted open or spat up some blood he drank or something. It was a really somber way to kick off the second part of Retro Riot here tonight. Oh, Thunder's just a big move. Can Thunder take out Void? Not quite yet. Void. No, Thunder outpowering Void there. Two behemoths just going at it. And that's the shameful thing about Hydra. When they're on the same page, they are nearly unstoppable, but it just seems like none of them have been on the same page this season, season 5. Thunder tries to make Void humble, wrenching back. But no. Alucard and Storm just delivering triple damage on the ramp. This match is basically just turned into Void versus Thunder at this point. The only person on the roster who could probably manhandle a monster like Void is Thunder, the cover. 1, 2. He got him just like that.
Thunder. Your winners, Thunder and Danny Storm. Weather report. Look at the striations.
Thunder and Storm win, but it seemingly was on a pretty basic move. Did Void sacrifice himself to try to get the group back together and maybe take the blame and say, hey, you were right, here's your win? Because there's no way that took out Void, right? Well, time will tell, but coming up next, Elimination Chamber for the U.S. title.
From London, England, he is a member of Torment, Lionheart.
Pretty packed chamber here as Gary Richards again wanted to issue an open challenge for his title. Well, it was answered by quite a few people, and Gary, the man that he is, said, you know what, I'll take them all. I'm hardcore. Let's do it. Inside a match we haven't seen in quite some time, the Elimination Chamber match. The unlikeliest underdog of champions has become the longest reigning champion in the RWR at this point in time, but did he fight off more than he could chew? Or is he going to just solidify himself here tonight? As Lionheart enters into one of the vacant pods. Speaking of, here comes the champ.
From Columbia, South Carolina, your actual role model and the RWR United States champion, Gary Richards.
By the way, if you're asking how we can do war games and Elimination Chamber in the same arena, fuck you, that's bad. Anyway, the U.S. champ making his way to the ring. Like I said, did he bite off more than he could chew here tonight? As the crowd serenades him into the chamber. But lucky for him, he will get one of the pods at least. He's got his toughest task yet as the champion. Could be handing it over to the last time. Match so dangerous, Red Shoes didn't even want to be a part of it. The belt just, I don't know. right, get in. There you go. Too big for the chamber.
From Bucharest, Romania, Gordon Ganea.
Well, he doesn't have his nickname anymore for one, but one of the only men in this match to not hold the U.S. title at one point in time. But Ganea did have a shot at the world title earlier this year, unsuccessfully, so gets another crack at goal here tonight. Like I said, he's going to be inside one of the pods, so certainly odds are in his favor as of now until the random draw happens. But you got to think for Ganea, what's more on his mind, winning gold or getting his nickname back at some point?
This is how it's gonna be.
Weighing 225 pounds from London, England, Matt Matthews.
This is how it's gonna be. I'll be the last man standing.
Another man who's had a pretty disappointing season. He entered the multiverse before with Gary Richards and another opponent in this match, Ace Violence. He had to deal with Giga Gary, losing a shot at the U.S. title earlier this year, but Matthews will take on regular Gary here. I'm not sure there's going to be any difference, but he did go through that big saga with Ace Violence in a losing effort. Because, goddamn, that dude's so friggin' bald. I get it now. Oh, posing right in front of Ganea, sending a little bit of a message there, perhaps. Wearing his illegal garb, by the way, because, you know, the nickname also belongs to Max Height here. But if you do your math, you're going to figure out who the two men are who will start this match up. It's going to be Ace Violence, man who came oh so close to becoming World Heavyweight Champion at our previous show. Pick your poison. And the biggest underdog in the RWR's history, Jimmy Cruz. All right, get in the damn ring already. Hot dog in it enough. Speaking of, here comes Morbius himself.
From the Emerald City, it's Morbin time, Jimmy Cruz.
The Emerald City Saint himself, Jimmy Cruz, was thrust back into singles competition. And in doing so is hoping to rekindle the fire he once had, become United States champion once again and become the ultimate underdog. The title, you could probably say, was taken from him by Gary Richards at this point in time. And, oh yeah, well, a stare right into the pod containing Gordon Ganea. You know the history they've had. Ganea broke Cruz's arm last season. He finally got revenge for it this season. Over him and that bully BDT. But he's going to have to become the ultimate underdog here tonight if he wants to walk out the U.S. title, having to start this match out with the most violent man in the world. And a man who's certainly pissed off that he's not World Heavyweight Champion right now.
Coming down the aisle, look how bald he is. He's so bald. It's the world's baldest man, Ace Violence. Baldy, 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 bald. Mr. Baldman! He's bald, violent bald! He's so bottom tilting up! Bald! Bald! Bald!
I thought we got over this. Ring announcer just taking liberties and just digging in even further to Ace Violence choosing to be bald. Come on now. I mean, I get it, but shit, you don't have to say it. I think after hearing that, Jimmy Cruz, good luck, buddy. Ace just staring down all 4 pods. Not a happy camper, more way than one. Oh, look at that. Hasn't ended yet. Staring down Matt Matthews. But here we go. Elimination Chamber for the U.S. title. Did Gary Richards fuck up? Or is he the fucking man? We'll find out. But we're starting out with Cruz and Ace. Every man in this match, of course, has won RWR gold at one point. Cruz, like I said, former U.S. champ, former RFTA finalist. Nice moonsault there. Ace, former tag team champion himself. Matthews, former U.S., former Revolution champion. The only former world champion in this match. Gary, former U.S., well, current U.S. rather, what am I saying? Former tag team champion, could be former U.S. champ after tonight though. Ganea, former tag champ. Lionheart, former Intercontinental U.S. and tag champ. Here we go, who is unlucky number 3? Oh boy, it's Matt Matthews, here we go. Let's rekindle this fire one more time. Matthews and Violence had one hell of a series in every multiverse imaginable over the past few shows. Took a break at Pick Your Poison, only for the roads to meet once again. Looks like Matthews trying to avoid. Oh, he's looking for the cheap shot there, and he got him. So you got normal hair, wacky hair, no hair. Who wins? I don't know. But entrant number 4 about to make his way in. Who is it? Who is it? What is the code? It's Gordon Ganea back out. Ganea into the match and talk about rekindling flames. He's staring down Jimmy Cruz. And with the two past rivalries reuniting here right now, you got to think this has to favor Lionheart and Gary, not only being 5 and 6 in the match, but you know, not really having any serious bad blood in this match. Let these 4 kill each other, and then maybe these 2 form an alliance to become the final 2 in the match. See Cruz crowding. Ganea is in the corner. What's he looking to do here as we count down to number 5? Matthews and Violence going at it again, as expected. Is it the current champ or is it the most decorated champion in the match? It is Lionheart, number 5. Gary, the champ, getting the lucky draw here. Will that help him regain his title? Lionheart immediately going for the pin on Matthews, only 2 count. You got to think 3 guys in this match, Ganea, Violence, and Lionheart, all had world title shots earlier this year. And is the pain of not reaching the pinnacle still eating at them at this point, hoping to gain some sort of a prize with only 3 shows left here in Season 5 after tonight. Oh, God, Lionheart! Hold on, Ganea, the pin on Violence, only gets 1 as here comes the champ. Champ is here. Here we go, all 6 men in the ring. Unlike War Games, decision can be decided at any time, but it hasn't, and now we're at full capacity here at the Elimination Chamber. Gary does come in last. He is the freshest man, but doesn't get any sort of an advantage entering the matches. No eliminations have occurred as of yet. So we'll see who's able to draw first blood here tonight. And imagine if it is Gary being the first one eliminated. Oh, the Romanian driver from Ganea onto Cruz. Is he going to be the first one gone? 1, 2, no, not yet. Slow 2 count, but a 2 count nonetheless. Oh, Ganea going right after Lionheart. Wrenching on the arm, trying to break it. But no. Wrong place, wrong time, but Lionheart able to escape. Looks like a lot of guys being thrown back in the ring the hard way. And yes, all 6 men re-enter the ring. Oh God, Lionheart belly-to-belly suplex out of the corner there. Cruz, nobody home on that springboard, only a 1 count for Matthews. They said it's going to be very interesting who draws first blood and on who as well. Seems like the rivalries have all changed ever since the additions of Lionheart and Gary, so throw that theory out the window. Oh, God, headlock driver to the outside. Thankfully, that outside has that thin layer of padding and not just straight steel. As Ace Violet's in trouble. Oh, he's forced to tap out. He's bleeding, too. Hold on, quick cover, 2
Ace
counts.
Violence has been eliminated.
And Ganea drawing first blood, catching Violence off guard and damn well breaking his damn arm. Shocking first elimination from a man who was a mere second away from being the world champion. And now he's the first one eliminated in the chamber for the U.S. title. Definitely not what he wanted here tonight. I don't think it's what a lot of people expected either. Oh, Ganea, Romanian driver on Gary. Making a mistake, though. He's not pinning the champion. Alley-oop bomb onto Cruz. Oh, but he goes after Matthews' arm. Ganea looking to go 2 for 2 here. And Matthews taps out. He doesn't.
Matt Matthews has been eliminated.
Ganea makes Matthews and Ace tap out. Lionheart, the late pin on Gary, only gets a 2 count. So Matthews is shocking second eliminated again by Ganea. Is this Ganea's night? He's certainly up to the task so far. But Cruz, the ultimate underdog, looking to steal one. Can't quite do it. Gary getting stretched out by Lionheart. Oh, hold on, Cruz plants him on his head. Lionheart going to steal the pin, however. 1, 2, no! Ganea barely out at 2. Oh man, that was close, but Lionheart tried to pick up the scraps. Couldn't quite do it. He gets his arm caught by Ganea. Could it be 3 for 3? Lionheart in trouble. No rope breaks, but can he escape? Yes, he can. FBB saw from Gary on Cruz in the meantime. The cover 1, 2. No, Cruz barely escapes it too as Lionheart gets thrown to the outside. Oh man, I gotta say this is not what I expected the chamber to boil down to, but I gotta give credit where credit is due. And that includes Gary. He's still surviving. Hasn't really been put in any near losing predicaments thus far. Hold on, Ganea, Romanian driver again on Cruz. He'll be able to get his own cover this time. Gary broke it up. Why did Gary break it up? I think he sees Ganea as the main threat and wants to get rid of him. Gary tuning up the band. No, gets blocked by Lionheart. I can't believe Gary saved Cruz. Is that going to cost him here? Gary up top, flying knees. Hold on, Cruz now spinning around. Nice head scissors takeover. And, oh, got a poison rod onto Gary. Champ looking vulnerable for about the first time in this match. Another head scissors from Cruz. Gary again in trouble, but Cruz running knee. Did he take out Ganea, the cover too? No. Didn't quite think so though. Looks like got a trade of dance partners. Cruz sizing up Lionheart. Picks him up and plants him on his head. Bulldog off the rope to Gary, but the pin in the way. Lionheart kicks out of 2 regardless, and that may have just saved Ganea as well. The pin being in the way. Ganea and Gary go to the outside. Lionheart busted open. By Cruz going on another underdog run, it seems. Could this be his night tonight? Can he be the ultimate survivor, as he's done many times in the past? Cruz now off the ropes, knee to the back. Gary sent to the outside. Cruz sent to the other outside. Oh, looks like there's going to be... No, wait. Oh, all 4 to the outside. Pins count on the outside. Lionheart with the cover on Cruz, only a 2. Gary didn't break that one up, interestingly enough, though. So I'm not too sure what his strategy here is. Maybe it's just get rid of Ganea. I don't know. Oh, hold on, Ganea got Gary's arm. Is the champ going to tap out? Do we have a new champion? Gary's gigantic muscly arms able to escape just barely. But the champ in dear trouble here. As hold on, Cruz, another gator roll kick to Lionheart off the top. Beam salt to the back. Gary double RDT to Ganea on the outside. Out of nowhere, the cover. 2. Ganea is gone.
Gordon Ganea has been eliminated.
What a showing from Ganea, but Gary gets his wish. Plan works, he gets rid of the big threat Ganea. But now, can he survive Lionheart and Cruz to retain his title? He's halfway home. But the champ is in dear trouble here. But hold on, Cruz catching Lionheart from behind. Surely was the end of the champion, but Cruz with the cheap shot, the cover. He gets Lionheart.
Lionheart has been eliminated.
I don't know if there's some agreement here, but it's Cruz and Gary at the final two. The first entrant and the last entrant. FBB Salt with Gary, the cover. No, only a 2 count. I don't know if there's an agreement between these two coming in, but both of them gave each other an assist to get each other to the final two. But Gary, the sweet shit music, and the double arm DDT. Did he do it? The cover, 1, 2. No! Cruz out at 2. What happens with the two biggest underdogs in RWR history meet up? Something has to give. What the hell is this? I don't know, but Cruz just tapped out. That cross-legged crab. And Gary Richards has won the Elimination Chamber, I think, by submission for the first time ever in his career.
And still, RWR United States Champion, Gary Richards.
Who could stop the path of Gary? I thought his day was up after agreeing to this match, but at the end of the day, the champ is here. The champ retains. Unbelievable showing from Gary Richards. Can anybody defeat this man? Now coming up next, another championship match for the women's title. Ellie Richardson will get it one more crack at gold as she takes on Amanda Violence for the women's title.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest set for one fall. It's for the RWR Women's World Championship.
Hey, look, the arena. So if you're asking why is Ellie getting shot here, well, she fell short to Amanda Spader, retaliation 103 for the Revolution title. However, excuse me there. However, Ellie gets herself a shot. Mostly because of the champion, I would say. Well, two reasons. The champion and technicalities. I mean, at Pick Your Poison, Ellie was voted in to be Torby's mystery partner. Not that I think she wanted to be. But Hope Rogers came in and destroyed the sanctity of Pick Your Poison, and entering herself as the champ. I guess between that and Amanda Violence wanting to test herself against someone like Ellie to make good for Ellie winning a vote and not getting in, and Amanda Violence wanting to test herself once again, going to the match. There we go, women's title on the line. That's what it's all about. Go to the ring for introductions. You finally get to look at the damn arena for them.
Introducing first, the challenger. From Windsor, Ontario, Canada, Ellie Richardson.
Introducing the champion.
From Asbury Park, New Jersey, she is your RWR Women's World Champion, the Queen of Violence, Amanda Violence.
I don't mean this in a negative way at all, as I am a very big fan of Ellie Richardson. However, for as many times as she's found herself in a title match here this year, or this season rather, she's only been victorious. Excuse me, she's only been victorious once. And that was a beach brawl. She did defeat Hikaru Hime for the Revolution title, but she lost it on the very next show. So, like I said, I like Ellie, don't get me wrong, but how many title shots is this woman going to get this year? She's quickly becoming, hold on, cover there from Violence, only one. Well, I don't want to call it the Buffalo Bills because she did win once this year, so I don't know who's the team that keeps going but only like won once. Maybe like the Packers, they won once but they keep showing up in the playoffs. Might be a good comparison there, the old Packers with Aaron Rodgers. But either way, she keeps getting a ton of title shots but really only has that one, you know, reign to show for it, and she immediately lost it on the very next show. You know, only holding it for a couple of months maybe. I forget what the gap in between the shows were, but hold on, Violence with the top, trying to crown her nobody home. Nothing says retro like the old teal and purple. Go Mighty Ducks. Very 90s colors. I'm glad it only took until match 12 at this point that we finally get to see the arena. So thank you again, 2K. Bastards. Especially that nice pixelated bird logo in the middle. That's cool. Anyway. Oh, gator roll kick from Richardson. On the Violence. She stretches her out. Champ, though. No, reversed again. Well, hold on, off the ropes. Catches her by the feet somehow, by the sheer miracle of God, and takes her down. And like I said, with all the shots Ellie has gotten, is this the end of the road if she doesn't get the job done here tonight? Or will she find a way, some way, somehow to get involved once again? But of course, Amanda Violence, big winner on Resurgence to finally get her first actual championship in the RWR. I mean, they were the unofficial tag champs with Kimiko, but this is her first real title here. And Little Girl Senton connects, but you know, she's had a couple of good defenses thus far. I mean, pick your poison. She defended against Olivia Taylor to 2 out of 3 falls match. Same kind of match that she won the title on, defeating Marianne Jane in Resurgence, but she has to shift away from that mentality. This is a one-fall match. Is that going to cost the champion here tonight? Because in both of those 2 out of 3 falls matches, she took the first fall and rallied back to win. So she can't do that here tonight, or Ellie's going to be champion once again, holding the one belt that really eludes her as well. She's a 2-time Revolution champion. Hold on, cartwheel. Nobody home. For Richardson. Amanda Violence. Oh, God. Told the crowd to be quiet and absolutely crushed her with that chop. Hit her so hard, the entire first 5 rows of the crowd just stunned in fear. Oh, shoot, headbutt from the champ. And now Violence rolling, Pele kick connects. She's firing here on all cylinders. Now working over the arms of Richardson, going for the pin. Oh, very close 2 count, but a 2 count nonetheless. And now, oh, looking for that running knee, nobody home. Richardson catching her, nice DDT in the nip up. The kip up, rather, excuse me. Uh-oh. Looking for the apple core, sets her up, plants her down the apple core. Do we have a new champion here? No. Violence in the out of bounds area. Red Shoes calls it. Good call from our official, our senior official, Red Shoes. Violence in the out of bounds area. Planted on that top turnbuckle, but trying to fight back here. Nice twisting neck breaker. Now Richardson feeling it, heading to the top herself. Big frog splash, and it connects center of the ring. The cover, 1, 2. No, Violence was squirming. She's able to get out at the very last second there. Oh, that was oh so close. Nobody home for Richardson. Violence now. Working over the challenger, punches all over, trying to make Richardson bleed. Make her face match that shade of red in her hair. But the champ resilient, fighting back, sending Violence into the corner. The champ retaliates. Back and forth between the two now, getting into the nitty-gritty of this match. Oh, sling blade connecting into the shotgun dropkick. And now Ellie in the corner, looking to size up the champ here. Cartwheel, Pele connects. The champ crumbles to the ground. Do we have a new champion? 2? No, we don't. Violence again, barely able to get out at 2. But Richardson not done. She's looking to end it with the apple core here. No, it's blocked by Violence, who sends forearm shots to the challenger's way. Now it's Violence in the corner, setting up Richardson. Grabs to the flip DT, lands, center of the ring. The cover, 2, she got her. The flip DT actually lands, and the champion retains in a hard-fought battle.
The winner of the match, and still RWR Women's World Champion, Amanda Violence.
Violence gutting out the victory here tonight, going it all, risking it all for a move that has been an issue for her in the past, but she connects on it here tonight and retains the women's title over Ellie Richardson. Definitely a very important notch in her belt as champion for her reign. Now coming up next, 2 of the veterans of the RWR square off one-on-one.
Cool Combat Club.
Representing the Cool Combat Club.
From Indianapolis, Indiana, the coolest, Eddie Cool.
Well, remember when I said there are some branches to that Honey Ray Palmer, Jack Phoenix feud? Well, here it is. Remember back in Retaliation, it was a double pin that ended as a draw. And then I Pick Your Poison. We needed a winner, and the Cool Combat Club were victorious. But it seems like a branch has sprung between these two veterans as we head into the end of Season 5. These two were once two of the most dominant champions in the RWR, but haven't really had a lot to show for it recently. I mean, Kraft was a dominant tag champ with Buzz, but in the singles division, both former world champions. And if you remember, Kraft was the one who defeated Eddie Cool for the title to win the Revolution title after he cashed in his Intercontinental Championship after 12 defenses. But it's been interesting because ever since then, Kraft hasn't held the world title
From
since.
San Antonio, Texas, this is the King, DJ Kraft.
And even though he's been seen as one of the final bosses of the RWR, no offense to our Revolution champion, but certainly one of the biggest names, he only has that one world title reign to his credit. And despite being a Triple Crown champion, he has not been able to taste gold since. And even then went through the trilogy with Cole Rayner at Beach Brawl. Cole ended up victorious, and Kraft, putting his ego aside, I'll give him credit to show Cole the sign of respect he is looking for the entire time. But again, with only 3 episodes left in Season 5, and RFTA right around the corner in one of those shows, the King, a former RFTA winner, ran the table undefeated. He certainly wants one more crack at world title gold, as does the leader of the Cool Combat Club, former world champion Season 1. But as proud as he is to have his protege Max Silverstein as the world champ, you got to think the group's named after him. Why doesn't he have gold? But here we go. Kraft right off the bat, a back suplex. Say that 10 times fast. You can't. Kraft going hard here. Like I said, a rekindled fire between these two veterans. They know each other very well. Both highly decorated, but again, in terms of singles gold, nothing to show in the last few years. Again, you can give Kraft credit with the tag titles. You can give Eddie Cool credit with the formation of the Cool Combat Club, probably arguably the most dominant group in the RWR right now. Knee drop from the top and the cover on Kraft, only 2. As Cool Combat Club, occupies the current world champion, and, big heavy hitters like himself, Jack Phoenix, Donovan Payne. But Virtual Fighting Systems has been around really since the dawn of time, and don't tell any of them that they're second fiddle to anyone here in RWR and the wrestling world. And their prized pupil has and always been DJ Kraft. Despite not being the namesake. Now Kraft, FDB salt lands. It's expected to be a high-flying yet technical affair. Kraft obviously a little more flashier than Cool, especially in recent memory. But Kraft can get down on the mat when he needs to. He's certainly proven it. Stomping away on the arm of Eddie Cool. With Cool fighting back. Kraft now fighting back. Eddie Cool technical but violent. As he's proven time and time again, especially with the Combat Rules match earlier. Oh, back elbow lands. But Kraft right at it again. You gotta think, winner here. Oh God, Cool busted open right on that historically bad head of his. He suffered that awful, awful head injury a few seasons ago in the blow up with Showtime Brooks and LCE. Oh God, spitting earth. Expected, the two just going back and forth with each other, trading blows. Kraft sent down by Cool. And you got to think too for these guys, with the season winding down, how much more does either one of these guys have left in the tank? Trying to get one more run, Panama Sunrise from Eddie Cool. Oh, only gets a 2 count on Kraft, dumping Kraft on his head. A little bit of revenge. But, you know, trying to get one last crack at a world title, how much time do either of these guys have left? Is this their last opportunities to get major singles gold around their waist? Especially for someone like Eddie Cool, because if you remember back at Beach Brawl, Eddie Cool was in the final of the Phoenix Cup for the shot at the Revolution title, ended up losing to the now champion Chris Jones. Sure, if he gets a win here, he'd certainly like a rematch against Chris Jones and to try to get some revenge on him. But hold on. Eddie, the Jingle Bell lock, but pretty obvious. Kraft immediately, smart ring awareness, gets his hand on the out of bounds area. Cool gonna go for the cover regardless. 2, no. Kraft barely gets out. Now Eddie Cool heading to the top, knee drop, nobody home. Oh God, what a suplex there. Kraft's been a while. I believe it was way back in season 4 that he got a crack at the world title. A losing effort to Razor Sharp after winning RFTA. Oh, Butterfly, no, the knees, dropping him on his own knees, and now Kraft, is he sizing up Eddie for the Kraft killer? He's got him set up. Picks him up. Look at the blood streaming down Eddie Cool's face, and he nails him with the Kraft killer. The cover. 1, 2. He got him. What a statement win for DJ Kraft here tonight.
Your winner, the King, DJ Kraft.
Is the King looking to regain his crown once more? He puts aside Eddie Cool here tonight after bitter revenge from helping Honey Roy Palmer. Do our champs need to be aware that the king is back in town? All right, folks, coming up next, another title match. Faith Rogers was voted in and won the #1 contendership match at Pick Your Poison. She gets her shot.
This contest is for the RWR Women's Revolution Championship.
Hey, we get to see the arena again, too. Let's go. Well, I don't think anything is going to substitute essentially losing a daughter like Faith has this season with Hope, but I will say winning the women's world title once again won't make up for it, but it might be at least a decent consolation prize at the very least. Let me do a little bit of research here because it has been quite some time that Faith Rogers has held gold. She's held the women's title once all the way back in June 29th of 2018, 6 years ago, almost. Unreal. Taking a quick look at the Revolution title. She was the first Women's Revolution champion, but again, she won it December 28th, 2018. 5.5 years ago that Faith has held any sort of gold. Can she change that here tonight by defeating the champion, Amanda Spade? Here comes the champion, Spade. Of course, if you remember, she won the title back in the main event of Retaliation 103, defeating Ellie Richardson in shocking fashion to win the Revolution title after a quick turnaround after losing her women's title. I believe it was back, let me check here, back at Sky's the Limit, I believe? No? Okay, she lost the Revolution title to Karahime at Lethal Lottery. There you go. She regained it at Retaliation.
Introducing first, the challenger.
From the Bermuda Triangle, she is the Ocean's Queen, Faith Rogers. Introducing the champion.
She is the RWR Women's World Revolution Champion, Amanda Spade.
Spade retained her title at Pick Your Poison against Lily Thatcher in a ladder match, but tonight, just a straight up one-on-one match. Can Faith put her personal problems aside for this one, or will it cloud her judgment here tonight and cost her her first championship in nearly 5 years? Off we go. And Spade controlling right off the bat. Two veterans here squaring off, although like I said, it's been a little bit of time since they have faced off. Spade heading to the top now. Stands up, the champ turns around for some reason. Nobody home. I don't know what she did. Very rookie move from the veteran Faith. And what a resurgence it would be for Faith Rogers. Obviously, the fans still have, pun intended, some faith in her. Like I said, voting her into the #1 contendership match at Pick Your Poison, where she ended up defeating, she ended up defeating Spade on the top rope there. She ended up defeating, only a 1 count. She defeated Marianne Jane. There we go. Commentator Uno may need some glasses, folks. It's getting there. Spade continuing her assault on Faith. Like I said, did she have a clear enough mind to even compete in this match here tonight? She certainly did. I Pick Your Poison to defeat Marianne Jane, but the assault by Hope. You know, it's got to be still weighing on her mind, seeing her own daughter turn on her for, you know, lies implanted into her head, and aligning herself with Torvey just to run roughshed on the women's division here in the closing moments of season 5 is Spade has Faith tied up here, but oh, she's got the power enough to get out of it. Of course, like I said, Spade entered the season as the Women's Revolution champion, quickly lost it, but then regained it almost just as fast, really. Now holds it strong again, representing Torment. Very once powerful stable, not quite there tonight so far. Seeing Lionheart losing the chamber, but could be a good night if Spade were to retain and Jack Johnson were to regain his Revolution title, men's Revolution title. Faith from the top rope, dog splash, go for the quick pin. 2, no. Does the ageless veteran have one more in her? And in doing so, can she one-up her daughter by essentially doing the right thing and having the fans behind her? Not that they're not behind Spade, but there's definitely behind Faith here tonight. If anything, sympathizing with what she's going through and hoping to see her succeed one more time. Only a 1 count. And win the championship that she essentially, well, she was the inaugural champion. The championship she helped bring into the company as the first champion. Obviously didn't hold this version of the title, but still the same lineage nonetheless. Another frog splash from Rogers. Obviously you got to think husband Jake, son Davey in the back. They have their issues with the Swords of the Leaf, but they're putting their attention on this match at this moment. Those two certainly had their family problems, but they smoothed it over time. Hoping that, well, pun wasn't intended there, but hoping that Hope will do the same at some point with Faith. It's Spade continuing the attack on Faith. She doesn't care about any of the family drama. She doesn't care about any of that going on. The only thing she cares about is retaining her Women's Revolution title. Doesn't matter against who. It's just business. But hold on, Faith coming back. Oh, I think she's looking for a brain buster, but the knee to the head gives the champ new life, punching away at the challenger with a knee to the dome. Oh, backstabber out of nowhere in the center of the ring. Did Faith just steal this one? No, she didn't. Kicked out at 2, but she's not done. Keeping her foot on the pedal. Faith Rogers, the backstabber into the submission, but Spade, her boots were in the out of bounds area, and she makes Faith eat defeat. Champion not done, German suplex. But the challenger fighting back, heading right back to the top, looking to feel a little froggy once again. She does, that's another frog splash. The cover, 2, and that is enough! That is enough! And just like that, Faith Rogers is your new Women's Revolution champion after nearly 5 years of waiting.
Your winner and new RWR Women's Revolution champion, Faith Rogers!
A massive upset here at Retro Riot. Faith Rogers once again the Women's Revolution champion after nearly 5 years. She holds the gold. She did it the right way. And whether she wants to admit it or not, she finally gets a one-up on her daughter Hope. But now coming up next, the highly anticipated title tussle. Final showdown between Showtime Brooks and Gil Thunderstrike. The winner gets to take a vacation. Oh my God. Who left the hose on?
From Stockton, California, weighing in at 225 pounds, Showtime Brooks.
Is that barbed wire ropes? Oh my God. This vacation is a serious business, folks. As we go to the arena, we held the Retro Rumble in.
Making his way to the ring from his seasonal vacation residence in Cairo, Egypt, the man that is always in vacation mode, Gil Thunderstrike.
Cairo. Oh, anyway. Gil already in vacation gear. He got his swim trunks for tonight. I guess he got the word of what was going on, although all that bare skin on that barbed wire, you sure, dude? Nonetheless, I think after the Retro Rumble, somebody left the hose on it and turned the ring 6 sides. Anyway, here you go, and I almost forgot to say that the title tussle is brought to you by Capri Sun. Capri Sun. They have a catchphrase, right? Let's find out. Capri Sun. Natural fun. That's their slogan, apparently. That kind of sucks. Capri Sun. I don't think I could stab somebody because I'm really bad at a Capri Sun. All right, there you go. Brought to you by our friends at Capri Sun. That classic catchphrase. Oh my God! Apparently the ropes are exploding too. Our mysterious masked referee just exploded and cannonballed into the pool, Kevin Nash style. Oh my God! Again, Gil Thunderstrike in nothing but swim trunks. At least Brooks is in his gear. Oh God, he's backflipped into the water. I just want to know, with the, clearly, okay, never mind. I was going to say the open barricades, but the fans are just standing in the water. They don't give a shit. All right, cool. But the biggest prize on the line here in this one, and that is an actual vacation. Can Gil Thunderstrike finally get the vacation that he has been so desperately wanting for shows on end, being interrupted by Showtime Brooks and others as the two swim around in that disgusting hose water. Oh, he's trying to drown him. No, okay. Well, we're swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. I think Gil's just using this match as a vacation, really. Guess that barbed wire ropes aren't bothering him at all. Wearing literally nothing but swim trunks. Brooks, I mean, he's wearing his gear. Oh, cannonball into the water. I think he hit Brooks. I mean, Brooks is in his ring gear, but it's getting all wet, gross, and I guess you could say that he's dripped out. But nothing beats. Oh, curb stomp into the water. And we're going to hear from our great sponsors, Capri Sun. Right now, apparently. Stay tuned.
Capri Sun. Liquid cool. Now there's a hologram pouch and specially marked boxes of Capri Sun. You can collect all 4.
Whoa! I want a hologram pouch. Oh God! Liquid cool, liquid fuel. What was that one catchphrase I found again? I don't think I can stab somebody because I'm really bad at a Capri Sun. Capri Sun. The war rages on between these two in the water. Somebody might just drown at the end of this, and it may be our master referee. Although, Gil with the ankle lock holding Brooks underwater. He gasped up for air. Oh man. You'd think they want to go into the ring, but Brooks may just be bogged down by soggy pants. Oh, cannonball into the water, turns into a curb stomp. Oh boy. Brooks in trouble, but hold on. Who cares about that? Another commercial from our sponsors, Capri Sun, coming up now.
Capri Sun. Liquid cool.
And we're back, and I heard this water surrounding the ring is liquid cool, but I gotta say, wait, hold on. Apparently there's a pin attempt under the water. More like a drowning attempt. Oh God, Gil may have just drowned. Oh no. Okay, he's up, thank God. That didn't look good. Oh, jeez. Now, I got to ask, do you think with Capri Sun as our gracious sponsor of this match, is one of or both of our competitors going to turn into that silvery metallic blob? And if they do so, will that guide them to victory? How do you jump out of water? That is impressive. But who cares about that? Because we have another commercial for Capri Sun. Oh my God! Coming now.
Whoa. Easy open Capri Sun. Now that's cool. Capri Sun. Easy open liquid cool.
Oh, we're somehow back in the ring. What the hell is that in the corner? Apparently it's the new Capri Sun. Otter flavored. Fish flavored. I don't know. Gil has a soccer ball. Sir, there's no time to play soccer. You're in a pool. He's beating Brooks with the soccer ball. Take that, Liverpool fan. Oh, the quick roll up. The referee's too busy trying to tune his guitar like a beach bro around the campfire. Oh, the soccer ball-based offense. Ole, 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 ole. Hold on, Brooks at the top now. Yeah, all the water in his pants is weighing him down. He couldn't even reach Gill. Very big mistake there. Hold on. Gill with the guillotine choke. Referee trying to tune his guitar, but will Brooks survive here? Gill Thunderstrike trying to choke the life out of Brooks. He's drowning him on land, and no! Brooks able to get out, but Gill flips right back over. But Brooks with the roll-up, and only gets a 1 count. That just tells you how important this vacation is for Gill Thunderstrike, but Brooks certainly wants to take one too. He ain't gonna say no to a free vacation. Oh my God! Big explosion, the cover too. No, only a 2 count. Brooks rolls back into the water. Gill, I'm surprised his entire body has been left unscathed by all the barbed wire. Brooks has a vase. Gill has a phone. That phone is now destroyed, or you don't put it in rice right now. Put the phone in some rice. Does anybody have any rice? Nope, phone's gone. Oh well. Anyway. Oh, look how cool the masked referee is. Guitar, his skateboard. He is a true beach bro, if I've ever seen one. Oh, headlock takeover into the barbed wire. Brings out the ECW chance. Hold on. Oh, Frankensteiner from the top. Gill in the center. 2. He got him. Gill Thunderstrike.
Your winner of the title tussle, Capri Sun, Gill Thunderstrike.
Gill Thunderstrike wins the vacation. He finally gets to go on vacation unbothered. And he finally vanquishes Showtime Brooks. Congratulations to Gill Thunderstrike on his vacation. Well deserved, sir. But now coming up next, the nitty-gritty of Retro Riot. We thank you for watching. Our 2 world title matches about to begin, and this one is gonna be meaty. Meat.
From Richmond, Virginia, he is the leader of the Second Chance, Chuck Wolf.
The former Revolution champion before dropping the title to a cash-in from Jack Johnson at Beach Brawl. Wolf didn't get voted into the contendership match, but with how closely contested these 4 have been to the Revolution title, the board of directors said, we're going to square it away once and for all 4 of you in one match. Winner gets the title. The other 3 of you got to move on. All or nothing here tonight for the Revolution title. Can Wolf get a second chance at regaining his prize once again and becoming Revolution champion once again? Hey, we can use the arena once again too, hell yeah. Speaking of former champions, here is the recent former champion. The man who beat Wolf for the title but ultimately lost to Chris Jones. at Pick Your Poison. His group Torment was banned from ringside. Jones's group Dominion was banned from ringside. But it did not matter. And we'll get into that a little shortly. But speaking of second chances, can Johnson get his second chance and regain the Revolution title that he just lost after a surprisingly short reign?
From London, England, he is the villain, Jack Johnson.
By the way, it has been a saga for these two men thus far, Wolf and Johnson. The alliance in Lethal Lottery led to them being the final two, only for Wolf to quickly betray Johnson and eliminate him to win Lethal Lottery, which helped him win the Revolution title. Meanwhile, Jack Johnson had to take the scenic route. He had to enter himself into the golden ticket match, which he ended up winning. And in doing so, on top of Wolf's title win, he basically made Wolf's life a paranoid living hell, teasing cash in after cash in after cash in, making Wolf have to look over his shoulder constantly. Until Beach Brawl, Wolf took on Phoenix Cup winner Chris Jones, and he came in mid-match, eliminated Wolf, and eliminated Jones to win the title. But of course, in doing so, his first offense was against Norns, the Big Viking, and Wolf ended up beating Norns, but Norns wouldn't let that be. Pick Your Poison, he took out Lionheart in a backstage brawl. And, well, in the Revolution title match, there's a reason why Jack Johnson's the challenger here tonight and not the champion. This man Norns is the reason why Jack Johnson is not the Revolution champion.
Coming down the ring, the Viking Warlord, Norns!
Where did he come from? Whatever. Anyway. Resurgence, Jack Johnson retained against Norns, but a Pick Your Poison with Torment banned from ringside, Dominion banned from ringside. Norns and Valhalla Rising were not banned from ringside. And they made their presence known and distracted Jack Johnson just long enough for Jones to rally and defeat Jack Johnson for his first world title. Norns extracting revenge from Johnson, but he's certainly not looking to leave without a prize. He gets another chance here tonight in this all-or-nothing four-way match. And here comes the champion.
Making his entrance, he is the King of Dominion and your RWR World Revolution Champion, the final bout, Rick
Jones has waited over a decade to hear that just being said. And if you think he is going to lay down quickly and lose that right, you are solely mistaken. But some say he may be a late bloomer. He may have peaked too late. He is a champion of circumstance. Well, whatever you say, he earned his way to a Phoenix Cup win. He earned his way into the picture. And you know, you could blame Jack Johnson. You could being distracted by Norns. You could blame Norns for showing up, but Johnson took his eye off the prize, and Jones put his eye on the prize and got the job done. And he finally can call himself a world champion. But he faces arguably one of the toughest first title defenses in RWR history here tonight. 3 former champions, 3 major players. Who is the hungriest of them all? Because that's what it's all about. World Revolution title on the line here in our semi-main event of Retro Riot. And here we go. Oh God, Jones right off the bat to Johnson, looking for a quick elimination. 2, no. I would assume this is elimination. He went for the pin, nobody went for the breakup, so I think it's safe to say this is elimination rules. But very interesting, the pairings here. Jones going right after Jack Johnson. You think he thanked Jack Johnson after the gift he gave him. But I think Jones trying to prove that Jack Johnson is not the reason why he won the title. I pick your poison. Norns, the cover on Jones, only 1 count. So another interesting pairing there. And then, of course, you have the dynamic of Josh and Jones. Former tag champions as Bad Moon rising, but Norns, the burning hammer on Wolf, is that going to be it right away? No, it's not. We're just firing on all cylinders here, Jones, the hardest part of the ring. There's so many layers into this matchup here. Only one of these 4 are going to come out on top as the Revolution champion. At least for Jones' sake, he can't lose in the technicality. Someone has to beat him to become the champion. Or to at least eliminate him from the match. But obviously he doesn't want that to be the case. Oh God, Norns. He's using his entire body weight on Wolf, who, very rare to say, is the smallest man in this matchup. Champion feeling it on the outside to Jack Johnson. Oh God, another big squish there on Jones. Norns not done, looking for, dropping the leg, brother. Norns again looking for the quick elimination on Wolf. 2. What?
Josh Wolf has been eliminated.
What just happened? Wolf eliminated from the match. Did Norns just cave in his chest or something? I don't know, but Wolf just never really got out of the starting blocks, and he's been eliminated here. Norns may be a man on a mission here tonight, but he's a smart man on a mission. He's letting Johnson and Jones rather go at it on the outside. Johnson circling the ring, looking for something. Well, Norton's heads to the outside. Jack Johnson says, all right, your turn. Are these two just going to take turns on Jones and just create a rematch from Resurgence? Nonetheless, all three on the outside now. This one might be a quick one, folks, with the way that first elimination went, but they got to go in the ring to do it. Oh, God. Johnson off the barricade there. Now Jones going after Norns. Oh, what? Okay. All right. That's effective. That works. And now the two going after Norns. Maybe seeing him as the early threat after his quick elimination of Josh Wolf. Who I've never seen him lose that quickly. Wolf has been always said one of the hardest outs in RWR and in wrestling. One of the most resilient people, resilient wrestlers ever. And Norns just took care of him like he's nothing. The only man to not hold this title this year, hoping to change that in this matchup. And oh, look at that, immediately going after Jack Johnson. But he heads in the ring though, trying to bait him in. And he does. Oh, hold on, Jack Johnson catching him off guard with the guillotine. Norns. I don't think he's expecting that. There's no rope breaks in a four-way. Is Jack Johnson going to suck the life out of Norns? He's struggling, but he's able to get out just barely as Jones looks on. Well, back fist. Kicks and chops. Oh, took him down with the sledge. And say what you want about Jones, but he's the one standing tall right now. The champion reigning supreme. Decides to go for the pin on Norns, I think just as a formality. Yeah, only gets a one out of it. Trying to have a pose off with Norns. I don't think he wants to do that right now. Jones, no matter how much his mentality and mindset has changed, he still has the same old Jones deep down in there. And that same old Jones may cost him here tonight. And he's got to find a way to not let that old Jones come out. Two behemoths keep going at it on the outside for double damage. There comes Jack Johnson. Oh my God. Maybe Wolf getting eliminated early will help him in the long runs. I don't think there's going to be anything left of these three after what we're done when we're done here. I know these three are smart, but maybe get away from the table now. I don't know. Go in the ring. Go in the ring. That's not in the ring. Yeah. Oh my God. No. Down. Get down. Oh my God. Jones crowning Norns from behind. Look at that blubber fly, and look at him just having a pose off on top of Norns' lifeless body. Like I said, the old Jones coming out here. But if he keeps doing that in the key spot, that may cost him. Johnson takes out Norns, and there's Jones right there for the picking. Hold on, Johnson though, fighting out of it. Oh, God. Jones said, yeah, Paul. Oh, man. Absolute slugfest here from the three remaining competitors. Reverse chokeslam from Jones, showing off his strength. Oh my God, the big belly-to-belly suplex into the apron. Norns taking a very scary fall there. That may be it for him. Oh, Jones avoided the guillotine there, trying to trick out Jones like he did Norns earlier with the KTFO. Elbow to the head, the cover. He got him.
Jack Johnson has been eliminated.
Jones tells Johnson to KTFO, and the final two is the only two members of this match that have not faced one-on-one this year. And we're finally going to get it as these two are getting really close to my table. Let me grab my water. The only two to not square off one-on-one here this season. It's finally happening here. There must be a winner. Will Norns use his mean streak to become the Revolution champion? Or is Chris Jones going to get probably one of the biggest first title defenses in RWR history under his belt? Both men on the inside now. Norns, oh, going for the triple here too. 3 German suplexes. The cover. 2, no. Jones barely out at 2. But he's sizing up the champion. One burning hammer may get the job done here tonight. Oh, hold on, gets blocked by Jones. He somehow warped to the inside of the ring. I don't know how he pulled that one off. But Jones takes him down with the STO, the cover too. No. Champion in control now. Sending him into the corner. What's he looking to do here? Oh boy. Uh-oh. In the ropes and a pounce! Never seen a big man fly like that. Huge pounce from Jones, but he's not done. KTFO to Norns, the cover. 2, and Chris Jones retains the title. Unbelievable slugfest.
Your winner and still RWR World Revolution Champion, Chris Jones.
If you had any doubts about Chris Jones as the Revolution Champion, throw those out the window. That is the biggest first defense of a title I have ever seen here in RWR. And if you want to put statement win in the dictionary, you're going to see this man's face next to it in this match. Unbelievable match, unbelievable retention from Chris Jones here tonight. But now coming on next, our main event of the evening, Kenji was voted into the contendership match for the world title. He defeated the Green Void and Travis Sanders to get here. He will take on the champion Max Silverstein in the main event of Retro Riot here tonight.
The following contest, it's set for one fall, and it's for the RWR World Heavyweight Championship.
Wait, hold on. That's Kenji backstage at the parking lot. He's laid out next to that ambulance. What the hell happened to Kenji? He's supposed to be in the world title match coming up right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kenji has been ruled medically unable to compete. His replacement.
What? Why? Oh, you sick Son of a bitch. You have got to be kidding me. No, 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 no. No. No, no, no. You motherfucker. This piece of shit doesn't show up for the last few shows. And he comes back to not only take Kenji out, but immediately come out here and steal his title match? Who even approved this? You have to be kidding me. Well, Kenji earned his way into this match and, I mean, mysteriously taken out backstage. Who the hell do you think took him out? This motherfucker right here who has been thorn in Kenji's side for the last few shows, and the second Kenji succeeds, he takes it all away from him like the sadistic asshole he is. What, you need my ass? I can't believe I'm about to do this, but I hope Max Silverstein absolutely wipes the fucking floor with this guy here tonight. Absolute filth. Man, fuming, folks. Fuming. Seething. This man does not deserve a title match here tonight. I hope Silverstein makes a quick example of him. Say what you will about Silverstein, at least he earned his title. Here comes the champion. I think the crowd a little bit stunned here tonight still after what they saw happen to Kenji. And crowd kind of slowly here backing Silverstein, obviously, but like I said, at least Max won the Phoenix Cup and defeated Longoria for the title. He earned his way here. He's only lost to one man all season. Jarek, he lost to Kenji, but this was Kenji's match. I don't really care what the reasoning is. You don't get to take someone out backstage and then take their title match. Horrible precedent to set. I don't know what happened to Jarek. He was our guy. He was the savior of the company. He was the people's champ. And he threw it all away for what? He gained nothing out of what he did. We go to the ring for introductions. I can't believe this is official.
Introducing first, the challenger.
From Tampa, Florida, Jarek.
Boo! 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 Boo!
Introducing the champion.
Representing the Cool Combat Club, residing in Nashville, Tennessee, he is your RWR World Heavyweight Champion, Max Silverstein.
Yay! Woo! Yay! For the love of everything that is right, let's hope that he is not handing that belt over for the last time. Don't you dare touch it. You don't deserve to. I can't believe this is official. Why? Here we go. I guess this is the main event. Why? I don't know. It's not supposed to be. We haven't seen this piece of shit in months. Just for him to take out Kenji and walk into a title match. Fuck you. No, fuck you. Kick his ass, Max Silverstein. Oh, after beats off the top, nobody home. Silverstein, if you beat him, I will never say a bad word about you ever again. No nerd jokes, no poking fun at you, nothing. You will be a hero amongst heroes. Dropped it from the top lands. Crowd obviously siding with Silverstein. I mean, a little hesitation, obviously, in doing so, but, I mean, between the two, you don't really have a choice now, do you? As Silverstein has the Dragon Sleeper locked in. Back to the hard cam, of course, like a true professional. Another takedown of Jarek. I mean, these two do have a big history with each other, that's for damn sure. Add another one to the rivalry between Silverstein and Vanders, but not like this. Not like this. Max chomping away, turn his chest red like ground beef. Big kick sends him to the outside. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. Goldman to the outside now. Silverstein. Let's throw him back in by Vanders. You got to think Vanders bullshitting his way into a match like this. He wants to get it done as quickly as possible. No beating around the bush. Just get in, get out with the bell. Those kicks and elbows giving Silverstein a taste of his own medicine. Going for the quick cover, like I just said. Doesn't even get a 2 count out of it, only a 1. For Silverstein too, you gotta think he's prepared for Kenji this entire time. He did not prepare for Jarek Vanders. Vanders obviously had a game plan going in, not only prepared for Silverstein. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Not only prepared for Silverstein, but planned the attack on Kenji backstage as well. Oh boy. Jarek just working over Silverstein here. Oh, there's some sickos in the crowd tonight, I hear. Silverstein sent to the outside. Now Vander's going to be looking for double damage here on the champion. A little bit of a calculated, methodical offense being displayed here rather than the slugfest you saw in the previous championship match. Silverstein sent to the outside. Oh, yeah, great boxing. Yeah, you're good. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, jeez, the double stomp to the outside. And Jarek just screaming in adrenaline. Wait a minute. You guys hear that? What the hell? What is that? Do you guys hear that? Oh my God, it's Kenji, he's back! He came out of the ambulance, used the siren as a distraction, and here he comes with the kendo stick. Jarek on the outside saying, come get some, kid. And there it is!
Your winner by disqualification is Jarek Vanders. However, that means that's still RWR World Heavyweight Champion, Max Silverstein.
Get you some, kid. Yeah, I guess disqualification finish. Very rare in RWR. Jarek wins by default, but Silverstein retains the title. Kenji continuing to whoop Jarek's ass on the outside. Well deserved. Silverstein doesn't care. He's just happy that he's still the champion. But Kenji getting his revenge on Jarek, stealing the title shot away from him. That's all the time we have, folks. That's it for Retro Riot. We'll see you for our next show. Kick his ass, Kenji. Kick his ass.